and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video we are going to be going over my September debt payoff. One thing I would just like to note, it is showing up on camera a little bit better than it is in person, but I just want to apologize for the color differences. I couldn't find my black pen. I don't know. Normally it's in my office and it's not. So I improvised with a purple pen, and I thought the color that I was coloring was a little bit more different than it actually was. So sorry about that. But anyways, moving on. As you can see, if you're not new here, that there are some added debts, and technically none of them are actually new. According to the beginning of September, the HVAC was the only loan that actually was new. But the reasoning for that is, for whatever reason, well, I guess I do know the reason. I wasn't sharing Home Depot or Ashley Furniture. Because my thought process was they weren't debts because they were 0%. But moving forward, they are debts, and moving forward, we are not going to be utilizing them the way we have been. So I have added Ashley Furniture on here because Ashley Furniture is going to be a loan that's on here for at least a couple of months. We're not targeting it because it is so small and it is 0% interest, but it is going to be on here a while, as opposed to Home Depot. I would be putting this on here and then taking it off because for September we did have a Home Depot balance, but we had to pay off Home Depot by the end of October, or it was going to, we're gonna have to pay interest on it, and I wasn't about that. So if we weren't able to, I guess a little bit of a spoiler for October, we were able to pay off Home Depot before its due date. But if we weren't able to, I was going to end up just taking money out of the emergency fund because I would not want to pay interest on it. But anyways, so the Parent Plus loan, I think I mentioned it in my last video, that we were... that is a loan that was not in my name, it was in my parents' name. And basically, for those that have wondered, it's basically a student loan that you can't qualify for that much money, but your parent can. So it's like a supplemental government loan that your parents take out for you to go to college. And I'm pretty sure the original balance was somewhere close to this. So yeah, my parents were like, yeah, we're not paying this. So we made an agreement that I would pay it off, and we did end up paying that off. So I'm going to write in the full $15,716.82. So the ending balance is 0. I was trying to make that look prettier, and now it just looks kind of messy, but whatever. And then for my Corolla, that we are also at this moment not targeting this. We will be targeting that here soon, but at this very moment we aren't. We're just paying the minimum. I think we're paying actually a couple cents more than minimum, but regardless, we paid $296, and the ending balance is $17,055.88. And then in the past, I had the 3 federal student loans that are all with the same, why can't I think of the name? Provider? I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. But anyways, they're all through Advantage, and I just had them all previously combined, and now I just separated them because we are, I think, starting in October. We started targeting just a little bit with the smaller one. Basically, I rounded up our payment, and the extra couple of dollars are going to the smallest, and kind of just snowballing it without even feeling like we're snowballing it. So anyways, the 2 smaller ones we didn't have to make payments on in September. So those are the actual amounts. I kind of was late at getting these actual amounts, but these are the actual amounts. And this one we had to pay in September, and I also had to calculate it off of what October payment is, because we've already paid it for October. So with it having interest, it's not 100% accurate, but it is close enough. But we paid $38.62 to that, and that brought the balance to $5,855.09. So with this one, it shows that we put 100% to principal and none to interest, but I'm like almost 99% sure that is not the case, because I know we paid it before the due date, but I'm pretty sure interest started accruing September 1st, so I don't know. Anyways, that these 2 are both 0. Like I said, we didn't put anything toward it in September, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know, like, oh my god, my dogs are going crazy. I don't know the reasoning behind it, but for September we had to just pay on this loan, and then in October we had to pay on all 3 of them. So I don't know if I was like somehow a payment behind on this one, or like the balance was high enough. I don't know the situation, but we just paid the minimum. So anyways, I'm just gonna write the same numbers. And then for HVAC, this is, if you're not new here to my channel, then this is the thing that I have been talking about for months now. We financed getting our AC and furnace replaced, and we did that because it was like $1,000 difference for us to finance it versus saving up the amount and then paying for it in cash. And our electric bill, at least prior to us changing the AC, which was very old and very inefficient, was $470 pretty regularly. I apologize if you can hear my dogs barking. I don't know why they're barking. I mean, maybe it's because it's raining outside. I don't know. Maybe there's some weird shadows out their window. Anyways, now I lost my train of thought. Oh, that it was $1,000 different for us to finance it, and with our energy bill being $470 a month, we could easily like make up the difference and more in less than a year. And because we live in Wisconsin, replacing our AC probably wasn't doable in the wintertime because of the snow. I don't know, I'm sure people have done it, but at the same time, you'd be kind of stupid too because you're not using your AC in the wintertime. But anyways, that with that, because it would have been spring, it would have been almost a year, and we were like, let's just finance it because it is basically going to be saving us money by us financing it. So that is why this is a loan as opposed to us paying for it in cash. But this is the debt that we are targeting because our original goals for 2023, one of them was to save up $10,000 to fix our AC and furnace, and not fix, replace. And so instead of just saving money to put towards a future AC and furnace, we are just doing it the other way. I don't remember if I mentioned this, but this is 0% interest, but there was just an extra $1,000 that was like tacked onto it. And with this, we have 2 furnaces and 1 AC, so that's why it is so high. Otherwise, it would have been around $10,000 for just the AC and furnace. But we did put $455 to that, which then brought the balance to $15,877. And then for Ashley Furniture, we put $80 a month towards that. That will be increasing here soon because I realized that I miscalculated how much we would need to pay each month to pay it off by the time of the like 0% interest period, grace period. So I think next month, either October or November, I don't remember if we paid extra. I don't remember if we paid extra in October, but in November we will be paying more than that. Anyway, so that brought the balance to $1,107.38. And we paid, which I guess I'm going to write in both columns, $16,000. Okay, I freaked out for a second. I was like, we paid $16,000, and then I remembered that we paid off that loan in full. $16,586.44. And that brings the new balance to $41,929.54. Feel like I calculated that wrong. Oh, no, never mind. So we reduced our debt by $16,548.75, which means only $37.69 went to interest. With that being said, like I mentioned previously, this one might have had interest already. Like, this might not be accurate, so it probably was more than $37. But this is 0% interest, this is 0% interest, and this is my car is very low interest. It's 2.74%. So honestly, this $37 is, I mean, based on this math, it is how much we paid on interest on my car. But everything else aside from the student loans, is either paid off or 0% interest. So hopefully moving forward, we will not have a lot of stuff going to interest, but it might happen because the student loans actually have a higher interest rate than my car. But also, I had previously mentioned in another video that I was going to have like a coloring sheet thing to go along with it to make this more visual, and I did create one. I did create it off of October's numbers, which is actually like kind of an in-between. So it is some of the loans we didn't pay on yet, like the payment hadn't gone through, and some of them we did. So some of these will be the same numbers as this, and some of them they won't. But this is what I created. And as you can see that it is October 2023 because that is when I created this. I did look online on just Google images for ideas for fun coloring trackers, and I did find one. I believe they sell theirs on Etsy, and I just created like a customized one that was similar to that. So if you like how this looks, go check out their, I don't know if it was on Pinterest or if it was on Etsy, but just go Google, I think it was like debt payoff trackers or something like that. And I saw a circle one and I was like, ooh, like that's fun. So anyways, yeah, but moving forward, I will be coloring in this. How it works is the outer circle is my car, the second one in is the HVAC, and then the bottom three are the student loans. And each of the circles or each of the coloring squares is this amount, and this is the balance of my loan, and then this is the total amount paid off, which, looking at it, I feel like something got miscalculated. I don't know where though, because I don't think, maybe, I guess, now that I'm thinking about how much we pay towards our HVAC, that I'm like, I don't think we paid over $1,000 since I made this, but whatever. We are rocking with the numbers that I have. So moving forward, every time that I pay off $852 of my car balance, below this amount, I will color in a square and I will just go around the circle. And the idea of the circle for me is I kind of want to pay everything off at the same time. And so the car has the largest balance, but I want it to be done at the same time as the smallest student loan. That's probably not going to happen in reality, but that was the idea of me creating it in a circle. And then on top of that, you can see your progress by like what percentage you're at, because I believe each one of these squares is 5%, that you can see how much you're chipping away at one loan versus another. But yeah, that especially with the bottom student loan that we are like mildly targeting, that one will probably get colored in pretty often, as opposed to the car would have to be a couple of months, and the HVAC is also a couple of months, unless we end up having extra in our paycheck for the HVAC. So that one probably actually will get colored once per month at least, but just the idea of it. So yeah, that this is the tracker that I have, and unfortunately I don't have anything to color on it because, like I said, I didn't have the numbers and I wanted to make sure I had accurate totals, as opposed to with the September ones, how I'm just writing in guesses. I didn't want to write in any guesses. So yeah, but also, I guess this is all I have for you today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe, And in the comments down below, let me know what debts you are working on paying off, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!